My name is Henry Igwebike. Today, as always, we'll be taking you through all that we had discussed from our newspaper headlines. Well, particularly, I'd love to narrow my search to just one newspaper, and that's coming from The Punch. And the first story that made it on page 18 of the newspaper is on the 21 soldiers that have lost their lives, according to the military headquarters and the spokesperson to the military on that particular matter. And this is very sad, actually. So very sad. I do not know how many more Nigerian soldiers would have to go just before we call an end to all of this chaos happening in the northeast of Nigeria. I've never seen a country that has lost so many soldiers while fighting internal, internal insurgents in his country than Nigeria. I do not understand how this works. I do not know how this happens because if we were fighting a common enemy, it would have been a different case. But here we are fighting a non-conventional war against a people we do not know who they are. Of course, some of them belong to us, but we sincerely do not know who they are because we are not particular or serious about reprimanding those who are financing some of those people. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said that in the last 1 year or so, that the Nigerian government had indicted and, of course, thrown to jail, according to them, about 200 financiers of terrorism in Nigeria. Then the question is, why do we still keep having the same people? And to make matters worse, some of these people, some of these criminals, they go along with very sophisticated weapons that a trained Nigerian army do not get the opportunity of even having. And because they do not have a rule of engagement, for them, suicide mission is for them one of the biggest goals. And that was how about 21 soldiers of the Nigerian military were killed. Of course, the Nigerian military said it had dislodged or killed about 70 of them. But the question is that a source of glory? Should we be excited and happy, overly happy, because the Nigerian soldier had killed 70% of the insurgents, while 21 of our men were gone down in the process? I do not think that even 500 of the enemies and criminals are worth the life of a single soldier. Talk more, just 70. Pray 70 against 21 people. 21 trained Nigerian military men. It's so very unfortunate. And to say that, to be honest, some of those who are financing some of these things are there watching. Look at the Turuji guy that comes on social media, on TikTok, to come advertise his loot and all. The federal government still cannot find him. I do not understand why. Why? Why is it that the federal government can find him? Why is it that the federal government can find him? But when the police, one of the police generals, whose wife was kidnapped, in less than 2 days, she was set free. She was, brought out, and those who engage in those criminal activities were fished out. And the question is, why can't we fish Turuji wherever he is? Why is it difficult for us to fish out criminals, the real criminals here? Why is it difficult for us to fish them out? And this is a very big question. It all borders of sincerity. Look at Donald Trump, for example. He's about, taking out those people who, of course, people whom he has said are criminals that are tearing apart his country. He's about taking them out of the country. For him, that is a solution. But why can't we equally do the same thing here in Nigeria? We know those who are financing some of these things. Our NIN has got data to some of these criminals because they make calls every other day. They buy recharge cards. They load their data. And we can monitor. The funny thing is, we can even go as far as even monitoring their calls. But why are we so weak in getting them, fishing them out, smoking them out? Is this a matter of complicity? Is there something the federal government is trying to hide that we do not know yet? This is a very big issue. I do not know. I don't think, and I want not to believe that we need to end so many more soldiers just for the sake of these criminals They've got nothing to lose. Every Nigerian soldier has got something to lose. That is the one reason we should not even lose any one of them. We should not lose any one of them. I pray for their souls, but at the same time, I task the federal government to do the needful, to do what it ought to do as the federal government, and not just chase shadows in the name of fighting insurgency, while the same insurgents are committing more crimes and more harm to our nation state. I do not want this for our country. The life of one soldier, the life of one soldier is not worth taking, not for any reason. That's my take on that particular matter.